Good morning, Dundalk Middle School. This is Rachel
and Destiny,
bringing you your morning announcements
on WDMS News.
Today is Wednesday, April 6, 2016, A-Day. Today in history.
Here's a look at this day in history. April 6th.
In 1862, the Civil War Battle of Shiloh commenced in Tennessee. On this day in 2004, the University of Connecticut became the first to win both men and women's NCAA Division I basketball titles. In 2005, Prince Rainier of Monaco died, leaving his throne to his son Albert. His only son was American actress and Princess Grace Kelly. And on this day in 1896, the Olympics made a comeback after a long time out. The Romans banned the games as a pagan ritual. But in the 19th century, the International Olympic Committee rekindled that Olympic flame. Athletes from 14 nations competed in Athens, Greece for the first time in 1,500 years. And that's this day in history.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the DMS Pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I am safe, I am respectful, and I am responsible at Dundalk Middle School and in my community.
Please be seated.
Today's math problem is, if the O's win 94 games this year, what is the percent of increase in games won from 2015 to 2016? Be sure to let your math teacher know if you can solve it.
Now here's Alexia with today's weather.
It was 27 degrees this morning. It will be partly cloudy today, and we should reach a high of 55 degrees. Here's the weather for the remainder of the week. Now for the sports report. The Orioles will play the Twins today at Camden Yards after having the next day off yesterday to rest up from their exciting win Monday night. Now back to Destiny and Rachel.
Thank you, Alexia. Word of the day.
Today our word is disperse. The police dispersed the crowds outside the burning building. Can you determine what disperse means? Once again, today's word of the day is disperse.
If you like pizza and cake, remember to be reading the Black Eyed Susan nominated books and let Miss Gibson know in the library by this Friday, April 8th.
Mark Stream Night down on your calendar for April 13th. Please let Miss Murphy know in the main office if you can attend. All students attending must be accompanied by a parent or guardian. You will be able to build your own boat and race it along with having a fabulous dinner consisting of chicken parmesan, lasagna, chicken fingers, garlic knots, Mediterranean pasta, garlic salad, and dessert.
Students, remember that Pick Out on Books is going on until April 25th. Keep reading and filling out the forms.
For the first time, Baltimore County Public Library will be hosting a county-wide reading event called BC Reads. The theme of BC Reads 2016 is Rise Up. The title chosen is Rita Williams Garcia's One Crazy Summer, which is about learning and growing, rising up through adversity and connecting with one another. There will be different events scheduled to go along with this throughout the month of April at BCPL branches. Our DMS library has copies of this book if you're interested in reading it. Stop by and check it out.
Drama Club will be rehearsing after school on Wednesday and Thursday of this week. It is mandatory that all cast members attend.
The absolute last day to order yearbooks is this Friday. See Miss Bullock if you're interested in purchasing a yearbook.
Quiz Bowl practice will be held after school today in room 108. If you are interested in joining, please see Miss Blue. The team is preparing for their next match against Middle River on April 15th.
Here is a message from our recycling crew.
Hi everybody, this is Destiny to tell you that today is Recycling Day. The recycling crew will be around after the 7th grade lunch to collect your recycling cans. So teachers, please place your cans in the hallway. Students, don't forget to recycle your cans, bottles, and papers. Thank you and have a great day.
Recycling crew, stay committed.
If you see Elias Osbeck, Andrew Taylor, Uriah Bushman, Spencer Hobart, Thomas Burke, or Caitlin Anders, please wish them good luck for their chess tournament on Saturday.
If you're interested in earning service learning hours this summer, then please see Ms. Gibson in our school library by this Friday. She has information about how you can do this at any Baltimore County Public Library.
Math homework helpers will be on the educational channel this afternoon. Good morning, Dundalk Middle School. This is Destiny with a few words of wisdom. Do you know someone who's a good listener? Someone who listens so well that you really cared for so well that you feel cared for simply because he or she is listening? Well, we all need to be listening to. It helps us to feel understood. It can also help us work out our problems. The problem is there are too many talkers in the world and not enough listeners. There's an old Turkish proverb that goes, having 2 ears and 1 tongue, we should listen twice as much as we speak. Today, be kind and be a good listener. Every time you see 2 ears, let them remind you to listen twice as much. With something to think about, this is Destiny. Make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. Now here's Mr. Roberts.
Good morning, Dundalk Middle School. This is Mr. Roberts with a few administrative announcements. If you'll recall, about 3 weeks ago I was on the morning show and I spoke to you about the end of the quarter approaching and the need to speak with your teachers in order to do well. Well, guess what, folks? The end of the quarter is here. How many of you actually took steps to improve your grade? I certainly hope you did. This Friday marks the end of the third quarter. Report cards will be distributed on April 21st. Ask yourself, what is your report card going to look like? Secondly, ask yourself, what can you do this fourth quarter to improve your report card? Even if you had decent grades, A's and B's, maybe your goal is to have all A's. Maybe you came close to getting on the honor roll. Maybe your goal is to make the honor roll. So, as this quarter ends, think about next quarter and what you can do to improve. Set goals for yourselves. Any one of your teachers will be more than happy to talk about goals for his or her class. If you want to set some goals that cover all classes, I'm quite sure Mr. Oliver, Ms. Elkin would be happy to sit down with you and help you set some general goals for yourselves. We want everyone to end the school year very successfully, and we want to start looking ahead to next year. Remember, folks, how you do this year in some regards will determine which classes you're placed in for next year. So always give it your best. I have one final announcement. This goes out to all of our bus riders, those students who come in the morning and sit in the auditorium. Folks, I beg of you, please stop tearing up the seats. When you pull the wood veneer off the seats, you make it very dangerous for the next person who comes behind you and sits in that seat. Please don't kick, don't deface, don't destroy, or you will be charged with vandalism, folks. It's as simple as that. Be respectful. The DMS code talks about respect. Have respect for your school building. That means don't destroy property. And that's all I have for today. So, folks, get it in gear for fourth quarter. And back to our anchors, Destiny and Rachel.
This is Rachel.
And Destiny. Have a wonderful Wednesday.